Noisy Pixel.
I have never been a fan of games that use punishing challenge to eventually lead to a satisfying reward, as where games that focus more on the journey tends to be where my interests lie. So I was pleased to hear that Hyperion Workshop's newest game offered something close to what I was looking for, presented in some stylish pixel art. I'm Victor Aparicio, and this is Noisy Pixel's review for Dark Devotion. Dark Devotion puts players in the role of a Templar, who is in search of their religion's hidden secrets contained in a forsaken temple. However, the Templar ends up being thrown into the temple only to reawake with the task of proving her bravery to God and to be rewarded for her devotion. This is proven by defeating unholy creatures, gaining faith that is used for opening hidden doors, praying to statues, or casting spells. The visuals in Dark Devotion are brilliantly gorgeous, which had me looking forward to all of the game's gloomy environments and the enemy designs. Each new area sets the mood and tone of the game, which can make everyone anxious walking through it. The pixel art illustrations are vivid and easy to make out, which is something this type of game needs in order for players to get the timing right when under attack. In order to see the best parts about Dark Devotion, you'll need to stay alive, but that's not so easy. Things like armor getting rusted and weak weapons will surely impact the speed at which you travel through the levels. This is due to the game's real-time stat system, which can either negatively or positively change your character's stats with given effects and situations. Weapons in the game must be chosen wisely in order to take out enemies properly. Weapons may look similar, but each weapon has a unique effect or stats on it, such as adding additional lightning damage or having a higher percentage of critical damage. There are also armaments to take into consideration. As such, spears that stab from afar, short swords that are quick, and gauntlets that let you get up and close to your opponents. Makes for a large number of weapons and effects that players can find and experiment with. This all goes hand in hand with the game's battle system, and this is where things get a bit tricky. While enemies have similar attack patterns that the player will understand over time, it is not always going to be true that you'll have a higher tier weapon equipped, making some encounters more difficult than it should be. This also comes into light when fighting a boss over and over again, and then finally gaining a stronger weapon on your trek to it from the checkpoint. With this perception of a very steep learning curve, it could leave players into David versus Goliath moments that don't have happy endings. Playing Dark Devotion had me feeling two types of ways throughout the game. There are times that I believed that this game was unfair, by leading me on a journey that I didn't have a fighting chance at. But then, it still gave me faith when it finally dropped a spell or a weapon that's fun to use. It makes fighting bosses more manageable. This is kind of a shame considering the work that Hyperion Workshop put into the game's gorgeous visuals, real-time stat effects, and interesting map progression systems. In a genre space that is always comparing titles to Dark Souls, it was nice to see a direction towards notable innovations. It's just not enough to make players stick around for too long. Noisy Pixel is giving Dark Devotion a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review over at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Also consider subscribing here on YouTube to keep up with all of our future content.